Welcome back, everybody. On this episode here, we're going to finish our Route 7 video from right here in, what is that? Oh, I can never remember what that's called right there. 100, right where you're, 100's just right up the road there, and to New Martinsville. But, yeah, that's a usual stop right there at that Exxon gas station. No matter which route you're riding there. But yeah, we're gonna start out through here and finish up this run. This all of 7. This will take us clear across the state from Maryland all the way to Ohio. Now, I'll end the video right there in New Martinsville because all you gotta do is go up and off to there and hit the. It's literally like 7 runs with 2 for however long. Then it just pretty much cuts west and across the bridge. So there's no reason to continue and follow that. I mean, it's not a route really. You just follow 2 up until you get to the bridge that goes across to continue 7. Now, we'll say, uh, I I do enjoy this. I did enjoy this ride here, simply because, like I said on the last uh, video there, where I stopped right there at 100, the you get a lot of the West Virginia landscape in one ride. I mean, you do cross the entire state, but I mean, you're in the northern, you're pretty far north on, in West Virginia, so, but it's still enjoyable. This road here, for the most part, is okay. When you get on the backside, closer to New Martinsville, it does break up a lot. But for the most part, now, like I said in the last video, uh, this was shot early to mid. I can't remember. I'm gonna say early October of 25. In that area, maybe a little bit later, but still, I mean, if you're from West Virginia, the winter that we've had, so some of the stuff could change, trees and stuff like that. But usually, if a road's kept up good, when you ride it, it'll be kept up good. You know what I mean? There's a state road detachment that's going to take care of that area. So, but always ride with concern anytime you're on a back road, especially if you're not familiar with it. Don't let cars push you down the road. Travel at your speed that you feel comfortable. Because some of these, um, you start lighting into these turns where it's, coming out of 25s, going into 20s, going back up to 45s, coming down to 15s. You could just, like, I have a bad habit of just running a slow pace, and because I'm looking at stuff, and that makes a difference. So if you want to run a slower pace, that's absolutely fine. But you see that wide spot right there? Pull over and let people around you, because that's essentially where you get a bad rap, or people being a-holes about stuff, is because if you're out there sightseeing, they're going to work. I've always been like that, even in my cars and stuff. I'm a fast driver, fast rider, but there's always faster people out there. If you're running faster than me on the 4-lane, but I'm gonna let you do everything in my power to get you past me, because there's a fire somewhere. So, and the bike's the same way. Of course, I don't really like roads I know well, or if if I'm going somewhere. But if I'm on a ride like this or something, I'm not usually flying. I'm actually usually trying to catch everything I can catch, see everything I can see. Unless about the only time you'll never catch me gawking or looking around is roads that I ride, you know, a dozen times a year, But this, all that being said, yeah, really, really enjoyable road. And I can't remember. It's sad. It is sad that of course these videos are so strung out with I kept this and a couple other ones stockpiled so I can release some through the winter and stuff. But I didn't write down any totals of anything. This road will take from that Exxon right there, right outside 100, off 250 to New Martinsville. You're looking at roughly an hour, give or take, mid 50s on that ride, and it's like 32 miles from there. So if you're going clear across the state, I can't remember how long it took me, and I don't know why that, like, wouldn't have had that written down somewhere, but it's not like I have my, notes and notebook and everything else like that in front of me. I just happened to look up and, I have to look up and see what the time was on this last ride. So, yeah, I'm trying to see real quick what that would run, and if they'll even do it. Like, there could be a straight route, and you try to map it, it won't map it. It'll go 17 other places, and that's what it's doing. Like, I just just did from Hutton there on the West Virginia line to New Martinsville. All right, it's taking me down 57 and 50 and up 20. Then the other route is on my Atlanta. It is run 26 up to 68. Come clear across. Hit 7 up there in Morgantown. Or I go clear up through Mount Morris. I mean, there's a direct line. Why it goes straight across there. So I don't remember. I know I easily done it in a day. I actually it's like an hour, say roughly an hour and a half for me to get to the Maryland line. So, and I actually think that's what popped up there when I tried to do that. Like hour and a half for me to get there in the morning. I remember going, like, it was chilly that morning, and it about killed. Yeah, actually, it's an hour and 47 minutes for me to go to the Maryland line there and start out on this ride. So I rode that, done the whole ride, all of 7, and then it's like an hour and because I come back down 20 to map it out of New Martinsville, and it was like an hour. I think it's a little over an hour and 20 minutes, like everything to my to where I'd be going. So, if I did all that in one day, like if you're in either one of these areas, New Martinsville or whatever, you're making a circle. My point in all that stupidity was this is a doable ride in a day while making a circle. Because I at least had an hour and a half ride on each side of this ride. So, yeah, that's 3 hours by itself. Sorry, I had to get a sip of coffee there. But yeah, I can't wait to start getting these again. Like, I think I got one more. I know I have the 20. I'm gonna finish out 20. I think I said this on the last video. I can't remember, but I'll have, because we did all of 20 at one time from Clarksburg to Virginia. We did a weekend ride, but I had done 20, like 20 north from Clarksburg to Martinsville. That was actually the first video I uh, had ever done, like recorded and like actually recorded and edited it out, and I had actually put it on my other YouTube channel. I had a YouTube channel before this, just where I just my daily stuff that I did in my garage, but I had put it to there to see the reactions, how people would, seem to like it, and that's what led me to start this. Once again, my long story short, there, I could not pull that video for some reason. It's like attached now. Like I can't download it. I can't do nothing. So I had to do it again. So I went ahead and I'll have 20 north from Clarksburg to New Martinsville. Well, I'll be coming southbound on out of New Martinsville. So it doesn't matter however you look at it. So I still have that in my stuff. And I'll have to go through. I want to make sure. It's wintertime is actually a good time for me to sit down and go through all my memory cards and my storage stuff, because like through the summer, like I'm just filling up these 15-hour files, and like I'll go through there, and there might be 3 rides on that, or 2 rides, and the one ride I'll never get. I'll have to wait, then that memory card's half full, and it happens a lot. Like it's weird, especially if you work for a living and have stuff to do. By the time you get done riding on Saturday, your week's already started, and it takes you Wednesday before you can even get to looking at this stuff. But like like I said before, I enjoy it. I'm glad that like these, I'll be finishing up all the videos with the old view. Um, I'm gonna start shooting in that other the other view. It's like fishbowl way further back. There's a couple videos. The actually last 2 videos that I recorded, uh, they've already been. I can't even remember which ones they were now. I mean, I could tell you when I look at the front video, you can just see more, when you're scrolling down through there. But you know, I'm gonna share this on this video. Hopefully, if you've made it this far here, you were actually interested in what's going on and stuff. Um, I apologize. I don't know what I kind of got the feedback that people don't mind me talking all the time. It's they just wanted to stay here and like I'm just talking. So but I want you guys, the ones that watch, and if anybody's got anything to add, please do. Like if you see me missing something, or you want me to talk about a specific thing in these videos, uh, please comment that. I'm not opposed to trying anything. These videos are for a safety aspect of riding. Okay, that was the whole point of me starting these. You can see the route. Every bit of the route is in these videos. Now, my early ones, there were, like 4 or 5 videos where I did cut sections, like there's nothing going on here, so I didn't cut this out. But now I do not do that. All I do is fast forward in the some slow areas, or to get the video to a certain amount of time, for that week. But you know, uh, if it was bad road conditions, some of the places that I've rode, I said I probably wouldn't go back there on a bike. But it gives a person the perspective. They can sit here and watch it through, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay," then maybe recognize it. Um, I I think I would have. I don't know 100%, but I think I would have loved something like this when I first started out, like freaking 20 years ago, man. You get going down these roads and like, where's that go? Or you're going over this road and all of a sudden it turns to gravel because you didn't know it turned to gravel. Like that's the point of these videos. But I still need the feedback from you all. Like the channel's doing okay. This channel isn't made to make millions or be you know very successful. This channel has a point. You know what I mean? I want to share with other West Virginia riders what's out there, okay? But I want you guys to say, hey, comment. Say, hey, um, wish you would add what roads are in there, or blah, 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 or anything you think of. Or if, like, you live on 7, just say this video, if you live on 7 and I missed something, point that out. Or, hey man, I was riding 20 the other day, or go to the 20 video or the 19 video. Hey man, I was on 19 the other day. Um, you know, a big section of the road from your 10-minute mark to your 12-minute mark, that whole section right there slid over the hill. You know, feel free to absolutely do that. That would actually be greatly appreciated and you know shared. You see what I'm saying? So that would be information that is needed for the ride. Um, Also, I have ran across several uh, it's a nationwide Facebook riding page, and like they seem to be a lot of good dudes. Well, a lot of good people. Sorry, I didn't mean to say dudes. I guess, and they share a lot of information. Like people pop up stuff up there and ask questions, and a lot of the people will answer those that know the answer, and that's kind of something like you know, if you're watching this or you're writing this, feel free to come back and say, hey, man, you missed this. Or, hey, since you wrote this, this here has changed. And that would, that would help out people that are going on this ride. They can roll down through the comments and be like, oh, man, since this video here over here on this section around the 15-mile-an-hour turn, they took out the guardrails. Just information you need to know on a bike to keep people safe, to keep people riding, to keep people out there. You know what I mean? And for me, that that goes a long way. I'd rather you guys share that information and to know it, like or if there's any sections, anything has changed. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that, I guess. Sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee. Now, right up here is your 20 connection. I think that's what that sign said right there. Yeah. This is where you would kick back down the road to go to 20. That's actually where I think that's where 20 ends. I don't know if it continues or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. It would just be going elsewhere, but I'm almost certain that's the end of 20, or yeah, 20. Yeah, yeah, because I don't see anywhere else on the maps. Um, I mean, as far as 7, yeah, like it pretty much me. I'm like this 7 to me is dumb. When they split up a route, you know how they'll run it to uh, the 4 lane and then run it up the 4 lane and continue it there. That's fine if that road continues on for you know and actually goes somewhere. Like 7 here, we'll go up here, we'll hit 2 right here in New Martinsville. Then you go up the road like was it 4 miles? You're on 2 for like 4 miles, something like that. Maybe yeah. Anyways, it's just on the other side of the town, and literally it's a turns into a bridge. There's a left hand turn bridge over to Ohio. Then you're on Ohio 7. So I mean, I don't know why they do it. I guess just to continue the route. I mean, I see why they do that so people don't get lost, but I'm not doing those. Like, I will never continue. I don't ride those out. I'll ride you, like, I will take you to where if you're riding this route, that's where you're going to turn around or go to the next route yourself. You know what I mean? Um, Common sense kind of stuff. Um, But yeah, um, this is a great ride. I hope that everybody enjoys these videos. If you don't, or if you want me to fix something, please comment. I don't know if it's broken if you don't tell me. Uh, I've made it through like all these videos up to this point was all in 25. They're all made in 25, put on there. Well, not put on there in 25, but like I seen the growth myself by far in starting videoing and editing to now, and I think we've come a long way. I like I said, I ride with cameras anyways. Um, I did quit my dash camera. Uh, I just have the head camera, but it is what it is. I don't need a dash camera right now. I'd like to get one facing backwards, but we'll cover that bridge. You know what I mean? Or we'll cross that bridge when we get that covered. You hear me? But other than that, uh, we're going to continue as soon as we can. You know, when the weather breaks and stuff. I only have 2 other jobs and a company to run, but you know, I always find time to ride. I like staying busy for some reason. Uh, but yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one here. That you just come up here to stop sign and keep on going here. But thanks for all these videos this year. Thanks for all the support. Uh, like I said, please comment if you're wanting to share stuff. But we really appreciate all the the likes and the shares and the people just watching and checking stuff out. You know, but share the videos themselves. That way, people know that they're out there. People can watch them. People check out the content and stuff. But we appreciate it, and be safe out there. And we'll see you on the next video.